Welcome to Backyard Cigars Cuban unboxing. So this just came in the mail and it's taken probably close to a month. But what I do with these is every summer I get several of them and age them for a year. So I'm not going to smoke them until next summer anyway. So I'm not that concerned about fast delivery. In regards to the quality of the cigars and how they are maintained throughout the shipping process, I've not yet had a problem, and I've been very confident that they smoke well. Well, so far, the ones I've smoked from previous orders have smoked very well. So I've already removed some of this tape that seals around, and let's just get rid of that. Okay, and I'm just going to get rid of this box here. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Very well protected. As you can see, this is almost like a, well, not almost, this is a shrink wrap. It's shrink wrapped in here. One of these seals. And I'm just gonna rip it open. Get rid of this. And I'm gonna get rid of this. That's what we're left with. Here we go. Okay. So, this is how they send them individually in these Ziploc bags with their own slots. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. First one I'm going to take out, and it's a very, very cigarette looking like cigar. Not anything as what I was expecting. I was expecting something different. That tends to happen in every order. I'm usually surprised with the shape or size of one or two cigars. This is the Cohiba Panetela, and I guess I did expect a much larger cigar. This is like a cigarette, but nonetheless, this will get a year's worth of aging, and I'll smoke it eventually. Quick smoke, I guess. The next cigar really needs no introduction. I've never had one, I must confess. I've had the Dominican counterpart, and there are two of them here, and this is the Montecristo number 2. Legendary cigar. I'm sure we've all read about this cigar at some point or heard about it. A little bumpy there, and I wouldn't say it's the most beautiful cigar I've ever seen, but it's what it's going to smoke like that intrigues me the most, and everything that I've read about it. So That is the goal. Okay. So let me just take out the other one just to compare. Okay, easy there. Very similar. It's got some veins, bumpy in certain locations here and there. But this is Montecristo, number 2. Okay. Here we have, and this is the H. Upmann Royal Robusto. I think it's a nice looking cigar, but it's got what looks like scarring on the leaf. Let me take a look there for yourself, and you tell me. I've done a lot of research. As far as my research takes me, these are the real deal. I've ordered from them before, and they rate pretty high in terms of authenticity. No one really has accused them of selling anything fake. Not getting it clear, but you get the idea. With the manetela, so you can see the hologram. Okay, well, there are only 2 cigars left, and I'll just take them both out at the same time. And this is, very similar scarred looking like tobacco leaf here, wrapper. And on this one in particular, this is, okay, now that's an imperfection there. I really hope that doesn't affect the smoke at all. But something to take a picture of and send it to the seller and let them know how I feel about that. And a little bumpiness there. This is a Partagas Serie E, number 2. Okay. And this here is a Partagas Serie D, number 4. Very similar scars on the wrapper. And they've pretty much looked like this every time I get Cuban cigars from this website. I mean, I will have a question about that. It doesn't look like it'll interfere with the smoke. It's just not aesthetically pleasing. I'm sure no one wants to see that on a cigar. Okay, so there you have it. Again, nothing to brag about here. Nothing to show off about. These are just Cuban cigars, and they have a status, and people really follow all of the Cuban brands. At least some people do, in a religious way. I don't have that problem. I call it a problem. Maybe it's not a problem, but I don't have that feeling about Cuba. This is just, just to try some things that are new, just to see what's out there. And I would do this for a lot of different countries. I'm very interested in Costa Rican cigars, a Septima. So those are interesting cigars to me as well. So Costa Rican tobacco. Cuban tobacco, being as legendary as it is, always kind of attracts people. And when you're talking about, legendary cigars like the Montecristo #2, and the Partagas, H. Upmans, Cohibas. But where's the quality at? How's it smoking? Where is it going to take you in terms of the smoking experience? That's what matters. All of this legendary history stuff is great, but at the end of the day, if none of this gives me a great smoking experience, then it's just another cigar from a different country. And while you hope for the best, you know that sometimes that's not the way it's going to play out. In some cases, you get fakes. In other cases, you get the real deal, but you don't get the best of what that particular country, in this case, Cuba, may have. Are they giving me the best of what they have? I don't know. We'll see. To date, what I've smoked from what I've bought from them has been okay. Not stellar, just okay. The Cohibas that I've smoked from them have been okay. No complaints, nothing to write home about. In these cigars, I picked them, especially the Montecristo #2, which was kind of a bucket list item. Just wanted to try it, to just sort of see the differences here in the Cuban cigars that they do offer, what they bring to the table. So the sad part is that I have to wait a year before I can even think about smoking these. Maybe some might say 6 months is acceptable, and maybe they're right. Maybe 6 months is enough. But I like to give them a year because I don't want to leave any room for doubt. So now, what does that tell me? I already know that a lot of these cigars that I buy from them are a little green. So who likes green? No one likes green, because you want to put it in your humidor like you do with a lot of your cigars that you purchase, and you let it acclimate a couple of weeks, month or two tops, if need be, and you can smoke them. You can smoke them within the year you purchased them in. That's the only thing that bothers me a little bit, is that I have to wait a year for these. And mind you, I've heard a lot of stories of what they taste like if you smoke them before the year. And in some cases, they're okay, average, or slightly mediocre, or a little youthful in their flavoring. But if you really want the full experience and you don't want to leave any room for doubt, well, then you do what I do, which is I age them for a year. And as tough as it is to wait a year of your life to smoke these, I think it's the best thing to do, unless you happen to go to Cuba and then you're there and you get to smoke it there. But even then, I've heard some people like to smoke a few while they're out there and bring the bulk of the stuff that they're going to bring home to age it further. And so that's where I leave you with this. I definitely will let you know how the seller responds to the question of the imperfection on the Partagas. It's going to get smoked either way, but I want to know what they're going to say. in regards to that. If you have any comments in regards to what these cigars look like or anything else, please do leave it in the comments section and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you think. I know that people have had many experiences with different online shops in regards to Cuban cigars, and some can be, trusted and many cannot. So I leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching. This is my little humble Cuban unboxing. Thank you.